What's going on, web heads? Welcome back to another video on the Spider Pops channel, and today we are bringing you another Spidey news. So today we are going to be going over some really awesome things that are coming in the Funko community and should just be a really awesome Funko news for today. So yeah, we are just going to be disclosing all this really awesome stuff that has presented itself to the Funko community throughout this past week. So yeah, hopefully you guys stick around to the end because it's sure to be a webtastic video.
SpiderMan, SpiderMan, friendly neighborhood SpiderMan spins a web in his eyes, using his powers to do good in the community. Watch out, here comes SpiderMan. Save my baby, please! Pass.
Alright, and we are just going to get right into the Spidey news for today. And starting off today, we are actually going to be going over something that is pretty cool that is going to be coming to Target. And recently on a previous Spidey news, I believe we mentioned that Target actually released at the beginning of the year a bit of a teaser, and starting off with the Marvel X-Men Blacklight Pops, they're actually going to be continuing with their Marvel Through the Ages, and up next is actually going to be the Patriotic Age, which is something that is pretty cool, and they are going to be releasing a whole bunch of new pops and just a really interesting paint job, and they're going to be similar to the Art Series pops, but kind of like Art Series got mashed into the Blacklight line, in my opinion, because they're actually going to be releasing an Art Series Captain America pop in T, and they are going to be releasing a whole bunch of new Captain America pops, including our brand new Captain America Sam Wilson, and it is going to be him in his new Captain America suit from Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
I'm sorry, wait, who are you? Captain America.
And it is going to be in the cool Art Series paint job. And then they're actually going to be releasing our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man in the brand new Patriotic paint job. And those two are definitely going to be must pickups for the collection, but I'm still a bit torn on whether or not I should be trying to get the whole collection or not. Comment down below what you guys are actually thinking about these pops. I know a lot of people are actually not too thrilled about the new Patriotic Age pops, but I think they look pretty interesting for sure, and I believe the ones that actually go into specific collections, because they are going to be releasing them based on different Captain America movies. Like, I believe there is going to be a Captain America that is from Captain America and the Winter Soldier, and actually says that on the top of the box, but it is just supposed to be a bunch of different Captain Americas through the ages, as well as different superheroes that I guess represent the Patriotic Age, which include the likes of like Spider-Man and Captain Marvel. I believe they're going to be releasing a new pop for, but it is just a really interesting line that is going to be dropping at Target relatively soon, from what I would imagine, and is going to be the second stop in Target's Marvel Through the Ages for this year, and it is just something I am super excited to see, especially because the last stage of Marvel Through the Ages actually teased a Spider-Man symbol, so I don't know if that means they're going to be releasing a whole new line of Spider-Man pops, but it very well could be, because it is supposed to be at the end of the year, and at the end of the year is also when Spider-Man No Way Home is supposed to drop, so we could be getting a whole bunch of really awesome new Spider-Man No Way Home pops for whenever that line of Marvel Through the Ages actually drops, or we could just be getting a whole bunch of different Spider-Man figures that actually go from different Spider-Mans throughout the ages, which would be really amazing, because I don't believe there are any Funko Pops made out of the Tobey Maguire version of Spider-Man, and I've seen a lot of really cool concepts that would make into really cool Funko Pops from that series of movies, and those would just be some really awesome pops for them to make. So that definitely gets me really excited for the end of this year, especially with Spider-Man No Way Home coming along. But we are trucking along with the second stop right now at the Marvel Through the Ages Patriotic Age, and it should just be a pretty interesting stop along the way. But yeah, I am just not too sure what to think of these pops, whether or not I will get them for my collection, but everyone we do get for the collection I will be sure to show off for you guys on the channel. But yeah, that is just something pretty interesting I thought I would note up first for today's Spidey news. But actually after that, something else that actually just got recently announced is having to do with GameStop, and GameStop is actually getting some brand new Office pops. Starting off, they're going to be getting a GameStop exclusive Angela Martin at the Fun Run Race for the Cure, when Meredith actually gets rabies and Michael throws on a charity fundraiser to actually raise money for her medical expenses and to fight against rabies. So that was just a really funny episode, and they're going to be releasing that one, and that is another really funny pop just because Angela actually was just informed about her cat Sprinkles, who actually got killed by Dwight after she asked him to go feed the cat.
I am a farmer, Angela. When a farmer sees an animal that is in pain, that has no quality of life, that has no utility, a farmer does what city folk don't have the stomach to do.
You did kill her!
But that was definitely an interesting episode, and it is kind of funny that the second Angela pop they are releasing is actually Angela after Sprinkles had died, because the only other Angela pop that was actually ever released was the Angela holding Sprinkles, and that is just pretty funny. They are kind of going in timeline of the show with the Angela pops at least, so that is something I thought would be pretty funny to note. But along with the Fun Run Angela pop, we are actually going to be getting a Sumo office box, and it is actually going to be a really cool Funko Pop box that includes 2 Funko Pops, 3 pins, a notebook, and a pen. And the 2 Funko Pops that are actually going to be included are actually going to be a Sumo Jim Halpert and a Sumo Stanley Hudson from Beach Day. And it is actually when Stanley and Jim were actually in the sumo suits duking it out after Michael was trying to find out who was going to be promoted to his job if he was to get the promotion.
Whoa, what are you doing? I've never seen that look in a man's eyes, ever. I thought that I might die on Beach Day.
And Jim actually learned that there is another level to Stanley and that he does not mess around when it comes to promotion. Those are just some really awesome pops that I am super stoked they are going to be adding into the Office line, and I'm definitely going to be trying to pick up that box. And I'm sure when we pick that one up, we are probably going to be opening it for a video on the Spider Pops channel, so make sure you guys are subscribed so you don't miss out on that whenever those drop. Yeah, that is just something that is really cool. They're adding a few more pops into the Office line, and they are all slated to be dropped at GameStop. So that is something that is pretty interesting. You'll have to go to your local GameStop to see if you can actually pre-order these ones, because I have actually not been able to check, but I'm sure you probably could, and that is probably going to be the move for actually acquiring these pops. But yeah, those are just going to be some really cool Office pops. But leading into our next point, they're actually going to be making some brand new Mandalorian pops, and these pops look absolutely spectacular. They are releasing a whole new wave of common pops, including there is going to be a Bo-Katan Kryze, and there is going to be a chase of that pop with, I believe her helmet should be off for that one. And then they are going to be making some new The Child pops. But something that is pretty interesting about those pops is that they are actually going to not say The Child on the box, because The Child actually has a name now that was disclosed in The Mandalorian Season 2, and it is not The Child. It is actually going to be, I'll give you guys 3 seconds to click off if you did not already watch the season. 3, 2, 1. Alright, you guys still here? So the child is actually called Grogu, and they are actually going to be making brand new The Child pops, but instead of saying The Child on it, it is going to say Grogu, like I was wondering in the past whether or not they were going to change that on the boxes, because currently all of our child pops up there just say The Child, and these upcoming ones are going to be the only ones that actually have his real name, which is Grogu, and those are just going to be really cool to add to the collection, because they got a bunch of new Grogus in all of these really awesome poses, including Grogu with like his Girl Scout cookies. At least that's what I think they look like, that he got at the beginning of Season 2. So they have a pop of him holding those, and then they also have some brand new exclusive Grogus that are coming to stores near you. Starting off, they're going to have a GameStop exclusive Grogu holding a butterfly, which is from a scene earlier in the season as well. And then they are also going to have Grogu with the soup monster, and that is going to be an exclusive to Target, and that is actually a really hilarious scene from The Mandalorian Season 2 when he is actually playing with his soup.
Don't play with your food.
And that scene was actually a pretty funny reference to Aliens, I believe, from the pretty gnarly scene when the chest burster actually comes out of that dude's chest. I'm probably not going to put a clip of that one in because it is a bit grody, but...
Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal.
Yeah, that was supposed to be a bit of a parody of that, I believe, and now they are going to be making it in pop form with the facehugger soup creature attached to Grogu's little face, and it should just be a really hilarious pop, but that is actually going to be exclusive to Target, so I'm definitely going to be having to look out at my local Targets once that drops, because that is going to be a must-have to the Grogu line. All of the Grogu pops actually perfectly fit in the top little portion of my pop collection, and there is just a nice little space that just fits the Grogus. I'll try to put put a picture of that while I'm talking about it, so it makes a little bit more sense. But yeah, the Grogu pops, since they are sideways, they fit perfectly on top of the rest of the pops in my collection. And I am super excited for these new Grogus to be coming to stores soon, because I will definitely be trying to go out and hunt for those. But along with those, a new character that was also announced during The Mandalorian Season 2 was we actually got our first glimpse at a live-action Ahsoka Tano. Now, if you guys don't know, Ahsoka Tano was a really awesome character from Star Wars The Clone Wars animated series, and it was actually Anakin Skywalker's Padawan. And she is just a really awesome character. Anakin calls her Snips a bunch in the show, and she is just really cool. And they finally got her to actually be portrayed in live action in the new Mandalorian Season 2. And she was absolutely spectacular. But they're actually going to be having an Amazon exclusive Ahsoka Tano, and she is going to be looking all cool with her hood up, like kind of how she appeared at the start of the series. But those are just going to be some really awesome exclusive pops that they're releasing for the new Mandalorian line, and I'm a huge fan of all of the pops that they're actually going to be coming out with. But yeah, those are just some really awesome Mandalorian pops, and I'm super stoked for all of these new pops that are actually going to be coming your way soon. And we should hopefully have a few of these to actually show off on the channel. Make sure to comment down below what you think of the new Patriotic Age Marvel pops, because those are a bit interesting to me for sure. I will have to be picking up the Spider-Man pop, and most likely the Falcon and the Winter Soldier Captain America pop. But with that being said, that is actually going to be all we have to talk about for today's Spidey news today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video and are having an amazing day so far. But yeah, that is going to do it for today's video. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel with bell notifications turned on so you don't miss out on Tuesday's video. It is sure to be an awesome one. I think we might be going over the last of the Spider-Man Miles Morales pops that we actually need to add to the collection, so hopefully we'll get those in to show you guys. But yeah, that is going to do it for today's Spidey news, and hopefully you guys have had a fantastic weekend and are looking forward to the start of this next week. But yeah, with that being said, that is going to do it for today's Spidey news on the Spider Pops channel. So yeah, that's going to do it. Make sure you guys are staying safe out there, staying frosty and having fun, of course. Have an amazing rest of your day, webheads. Bye-bye. Ah!
Get off of me! Get off of me! Chip, help me! Help me!